A famous Hollywood actor and film producer, Kevin Costner, once said, and I quote, "I'm a big fan of dreams. Unfortunately, dreams are our first casualty in life. People seem to give them up quicker than anything for a reality. I dare say, let's continue to dream big for ourselves and the nation, and let us not abort those beautiful dreams." Live from the studio of KAFTAN TV in Abuja, the nation's capital, this is Matters Arising, the flagship talk show of the station that features in-depth discussions and analysis of topical national and international issues of the day by our team of seasoned broadcast journalists. My name is Reuben Okala. I salute you for joining us.
My name is Maucauley, Hunohashi, welcoming all our esteemed viewers to this program.
And my name is Elizabeth Sam-Sedi. We're glad to have you with us this evening. Welcome.
We welcome you to today's show, which promises to be engaging and informative. Be a part of the conversation by calling the numbers 080-299-38365 to be displayed on your screen later on the show. Now, I can swear to you that I have a sanitizer in my car. I also have a sanitizer in my office. Macaulay, the way I'm looking at you, it's long you use sanitizer. So Elizabeth, I think maybe you have a sanitizer.
You can bet it's long I bought a sanitizer. But incidentally, I was in the bank yesterday and I had to use sanitizer. And it was subconsciously, I just decided to use it. Someone used it and I saw the lady using hand sanitizer and I decided to use it. But truly, like you said, I don't have a hand sanitizer in my car. I don't have it in the house.
It's a pity.
I can't remember the last time I bought one.
I have, right in my bag, I have a sanitizer.
Right here?
Right here.
Okay. Well,
so
I want to search your bag.
I want to bring it out.
After the program, we'll search the bag after the program.
No, I got actually used to
that's a good one.
Washing my hands and carrying sanitizer everywhere. I have in my home, I have in my bathroom, I actually have.
I think I'll take a cue from that. I'll get a sanitizer tomorrow.
Yes, I got used to it. I think it's a good habit.
It is.
Yes,
that
you know, I caught up with after COVID.
Okay.
Yes.
But the time to use the sanitizer is about to come again.
Right.
Because that's going to be our first topic for the show, which is going to be a cholera outbreak. But before then, let's join Sifon Mo for a quick roundup of events and happenings in the polity.
This is the news roundup. Despite the judgment of the Federal High Court annulling the reinstatement of Mohammed Sanusi II as the 16th Emir of Kano, the state government insists that Sanusi remains the Emir of Kano and has ordered the 15th Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, to vacate the Gidan Nasarawa mini palace. The state's Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice Haruna Issa Dederi gave the order while addressing the media at the government house in Kano. Dederi said Bayero should quit the property because government had already concluded arrangements for the general reconstruction and renovation of the building with immediate effect. The River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has assured Nigerians that the state is peaceful, safe, and not under siege despite the recent crisis over local government administration. He made the remark during a visit to Omuma local government area, where he went to inspect ongoing road projects. There were protests in some parts of the state after the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, had ordered the continuous barricade of local government secretariats pending the determination of all pending issues in court. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has admonished political parties involved in the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states to avoid the use of hate speech and offensive languages in the conduct of their campaign for the elections. This is contained in the guidelines for campaign released by the Commission today. While urging for a violent, free process, the electoral umpire noted that in accordance with the provisions of the Electoral Act, all candidates in the election should be allowed access to public facilities for their campaign activities. The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemiason, has announced plans to launch an e-learning platform to accelerate the training of more civil servants for improved service delivery. This was made known during a public lecture in Abuja, part of the activities marking the 2024 Civil Service Week. Yemiason emphasized that this innovative resource would significantly increase the number of civil servants who can undergo induction and partake in the structured mandatory assessment-based program SMART-P. That is all on the News Roundup. I am Siphon Omo.
Welcome back to Matters Arising. About 30 states in Nigeria are currently battling the outbreak of the deadly cholera disease, with Lagos State being the worst hit. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, reports that from January 1 to June 11, 2024, about 1,141 suspected and over 65 confirmed cases of cholera have been reported from 96 local government areas across 30 states of the Federation. The latest fatality figures put the number of deaths at 37. Lagos still remains at the top with the highest case burden. The state's Minister of Health says it has recorded over 400 cases, including 21 deaths. Let's take a listen to an expert.
Going to toilets where they do not have the toilet facilities. They defecate in the open, in the gutter, in the classroom, and anywhere they find space. That is one. Then you talk about the poor waste management. Poor waste management is one of the critical areas and environmental factors that contribute to what the cholera outbreak today. Now, the effectiveness of the sanitation practice in Nigeria today is I would say that it is not effective enough to control the cholera outbreak, because going around your premises, you see an open dumping, you see a pipe channeling from the soakaway into the public drainage system, you see people emptying their soakaway pit into the water body, and when people make use of this water, it affects them. The rain washes away the surface soil into the body of water. People down the drain use the same water to drink, to cook, to wash their clothes, and as well do some other personal hygiene activities. When there's proper water supply and testing or water analysis, as is going on in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Bayelsa now, it will help to ameliorate this impact the cholera outbreak will have on our people. So people should be able to manage their waste properly. Then you talk about the presence of the virus itself, then poor water supply, and then poor food management. So all those things contributed to environmental factors that contribute to what the cholera outbreak we are facing today. Community awareness is the key, and public awareness, like I'm doing now, is also the key. When you go around with a placard, right, cholera is real, make use of clean water, make use of toilet, cover your uncooked food, cover your leftover food, clean your environment, wash your hand after visiting toilet, wash your hand before and after eating. You see that it will help to control and reduce the burden, because knowledge, they say, is power, and information is the bedrock of transformation. Those that are not informed are the ones that can be deformed. But if you are knowledgeable enough about the cholera outbreak, you will see how it will help you to reduce the burden on the public and the community at large.
Well, it's a pity, and we need to do something drastically before this epidemic turns to pandemic. This is a waterborne disease, and we must do everything possible to contain it. What do you think?
Yeah, you are right, Reuben. That is how pandemic begins. Pandemic begins from epidemic.
That's right. And
it will interest you to know that it is sad that this thing started in January. Between January and June, we've had suspected cases of 1,141, and with 37 fatalities, ravaging 30 states out of 37 states. This is alarming.
Few states to cover.
This is alarming, and I've not seen enough sensitization. And this thing is fundamentally caused by poor sanitation and lack of hygiene. We're a country that have failed, our leaders have failed to provide pipe-borne water, clean water for people. And 70% of Nigerians live in rural areas, they live below in poverty. which means there is a red alert, a red red flag.
Red flag.
There is a red flag.
Do everything possible to contain it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even though it's caused by our inability to keep our environment clean, we drink the water we drink. We are not sure of where it is. Where we cook our food, we are not
People
sure
have
of
a,
it.
people have a duty. Government has a duty.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's true. You talk about people living in the rural areas. What about the people in the urban areas? How many people that live in the urban areas have good water to drink, clean water to drink?
You're right.
What are you see this sachet water that is being sold? Most of them do not have a NAFDAC registration number that they drink in sachets
How
all
pure
over
is
the
even
city.
that one?
That's right. That is popularly known as pure water. The pure, so-called pure water. How pure is it?
How pure is it?
How pure? A lot of people drink it and they get typhoid fever, and now especially now that we have an outbreak, so it's deaths. Most government have a role to play in
Of
this.
course, yes.
Yes, but it is the duty of the
major
government.
responsibility
Yes.
is on the government.
So give
Do you know that
the
in
people
Abuja, the
clean
seat
water
of
to drink.
government, there is agitation globally against open defecation. But it will interest you to know that drive around Abuja, close to the villa,
Everywhere.
people defecate.
Yeah.
Federal Secretariat, people
Everywhere.
defecate openly.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is rainy season.
That's
That's right. So-
It washes it away, and then takes it.
We're the one killing ourselves.
Exactly.
We ask someone, why don't you do this right? He say something must kill a man.
Something must kill a
So you want to eat anyhow. You want to do anything. You want to defecate anywhere. You know, we should thank God because we are lucky in this country. Ebola came, we're able to manage it. COVID came, by the grace of God, we're able to manage it. This one now, we don't know where it's going to take us to. But we pray that it will not. Already is going like wildfire.
Yes.
But we hope that both we and government will play our part so that it will not consume us.
Yeah.
Even the good thing is that it's not airborne. It is
Yeah.
waterborne.
Thank God it's not airborne.
That is
Yeah.
the good thing about
If it
it.
were airborne, there will be something else.
Like COVID.
Yeah.
COVID, you don't
But
see the virus, you don't know where it's coming
when
from.
you even say thank God is not airborne, even as much as it is waterborne, look at how out of 36
It
states,
is ravaging
plus Abuja,
states.
plus the FCT, 30 states are already undergoing this pain
Emergency.
and agony, yes, that people are going through. So people really need, and you know, it is the rains are here, it is the raining season. When you open, defecate openly, around and it's not properly managed, cleaned up, and the water of rain falls, the flood comes, carries it through, all over and through the gutters. And let's not forget that some of these, what do you call them, hawkers that hawk along the roadside,
that's right.
that sell so-called fruits, mangoes, and all that.
Oh my
Most
God.
of them use the waters from the gutter.
Oh
to
God.
wash. Oh yes,
Yeah.
It's too
they use
much.
waters from the gutter. So imagine when you
They are
get
not there, so they
Yeah.
just do what they want to do.
Yes, exactly. So they get them and you innocently, you come, you buy them, you take home, you just open your water from the tap or whatever carelessly without, washing it properly, probably with salt or any other.
Elizabeth, it's you are elitist. It's you that's talking about washing fruits with salt.
Yes.
Most of the people that live below poverty line,
That's why
why would they even get the money to buy salt?
That's why we're having what we're having right now. That's why
Exactly,
the outbreak is
exactly.
there. And it's covering almost the entire country. So people, it's a time, and we need to have an awareness need to be created.
Yeah, in fact,
Yes.
Maucauley said that earlier, and awareness is supposed to be created.
Yes, to mostly to those, even at times when we even say to people in the rural areas, if most people in the urban do not still know this.
That is the
information.
point. That is the point.
Because there are people that came from the rural areas to the urban areas, and there are a segment of the urban that is rural. So exactly.
In fact, in Abuja,
Right.
we have rural areas even within Abuja.
Right.
Here, but right in the federal capital.
my worry again.
Maucauley, before we continue, let's remind our viewers that our lines are now open.
Now.
And then if you want to contribute, the number is 080-299-38365. I take it again, 080-299-38365. Please, let's hear from you, and let's have your input in this discussion, talking about cholera outbreak in Nigeria.
My worry is that every country has what is called, an agency, National Center for Disease Control.
Control.
You are supposed to control it.
Right.
Now we have allowed this thing from January to date to ravage 30 states out of 37. So the remaining 7 states are very vulnerable because they are contiguous.
Of course.
They are neighbors. So, and our rivers crisscross the entire country.
Yeah.
Our tributaries crisscross the entire country. We have streams, and this is rainy season. We are a country that has the penchant for flooding all the time. And when flooding comes, it would exacerbate this problem. And like she said, people drink this water.
There's a caller here. Yeah, hello, please tell us where you're calling from, introduce yourself, and then make your contribution. Good evening. It's off. Okay, go ahead.
You're trying to say something?
Yeah, it's a time that cleanliness, hygiene is very important and very.
They say cleanliness is next to godliness.
Oh yes.
All right.
You know, parents need to watch out. A lot of children are very vulnerable.
Another caller here. Please, this is Matters Arising. Introduce yourself and then tell us where you're calling from and make your contribution quickly. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Sam-Sedi.
Okay.
I'm calling from
Benue State. Okay. Make your contribution. Good evening.
To me, there should be a return. There should be a return of sanitation.
Okay. Sanitary officers.
Exactly.
Sanitary
Inspectors.
Inspectors.
Practice that has caused this outbreak.
That's right.
So that exercise should be returned. That's my contribution.
By the way, how is been faring in the system so far?
Is that an outbreak?
For now, I have not had any outbreak so far. To be fair.
Okay.
In Benue State.
All right. Interesting anyway. Thank you very much for calling.
That's good news.
Thank you very much for calling.
Okay, so
Yeah, another caller here. Hello there. This Matters Arising. Introduce yourself and make your contribution.
Okay, I want to say issue of cholera. There are 3 types of cholera.
Okay.
We have spiritual cholera,
Okay, tell us more.
environmental cholera,
That is 2.
and human cholera.
Okay, that's right. Please,
The spiritual
educate
cholera
us.
is the law God has given to Israelites to keep our camp clean. Deuteronomy chapter 23.
Wonderful.
That they should not defile the camp by putting feces here and there and making it dirty. That everybody should have a digger. When you want to pass the west, you dig ground and cover it.
That's right.
Because of our own safety. Then how to move to environmental cholera. Throwing deaths here and there. It's to our own detriment too.
That's right.
The human cholera is our not being hygienic,
I see.
not covering our foods, drinking water anyhow. You see the type of cholera now. So that's what is ravaging us.
Okay.
And our leaders are not doing well. Go to the environment, take any state. Which one is very, very clean? They will waste money to build flyover, open spaces here and there. They will not get task force that will keep the environment clean. Even those who go to school, they will drink pure water and drop the deaths here and there.
Anyhow.
Even go to our clinics,
Thank
our
you.
hospitals, go and look at the environment. Even the Ministry of Hygiene, go to Ministry of Hygiene and go and look at how dirty it is.
Minister of Health, yes.
Those who are supposed to correct us are corrupt. Then who will correct the confused ones?
Thank you for your
So that's
contribution.
the problem we have. So spiritual hygiene, spiritual cholera,
Environmental
cholera,
and human cholera.
So which one are we taking to take care of now?
So, Nigerians are listening to you. I'm sure we'll correct ourselves. By the way, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bayelsa.
Okay, Bayelsa. Okay, how is Bayelsa faring in cholera?
What is helping us where I am?
Okay. Thank you.
But you have to be serious. The government is not serious at all. People are suffering.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Now, somebody will go to the riverside and then begin to defecate on the river. And meanwhile, then it the water is flowing. Yeah. Somebody is on the other side fetching the water to go and drink at home.
Right, yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's how it's
that's how this thing is recycling, and then with we're not taking care of ourselves, and the thing, that's why the disease is spreading like wildfire already.
Right, and at the same time, that defecation, that open, the ground was not dug, it was not properly, covered. If the fly will come perch on it, carry it, go and perch on the food that somebody is selling by the roadside, the suya that you are buying by the roadside, and somebody will buy it and go home to the family to eat.
There's a caller. Hello. Introduce yourself. Hello? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good evening. This is Matters Arising. Yeah, introduce yourself. Where are you calling from? And then make your contribution.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and make your contribution.
Talking about the cholera outbreak.
Exactly.
Okay, cholera outbreak in Nigeria is due to lack of good environmental sanitation.
Yes. Okay, we've lost her. Elizabeth is a lady, so continue from where she stopped.
Okay, so when the caller from Bayelsa called, I was actually thinking it's a couple of 2 years ago when we had that flooding in Bayelsa. When I heard of this cholera issue, that thought came to my mind that if, God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen this year, such happens with cholera, what will happen to the people, And he also said, yes, we have all said it, that government have a role to play. But at the same time, government have their role to play. You as individual, you have your role to play. When your children go to school and come back, you don't expect the government to be the one to come and clean up your child for you. When the child comes back from school. Children go to school, they play. There
are children of the poor that don't even go to school.
Exactly.
You're talking about children that go to school.
Okay, right.
Let's take this call. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling from and make a contribution? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Where are you calling from?
Hello, are you listening?
I'm listening to you.
I'm Farimini Olubenga calling from our Ondo State.
Ondo State, okay. Please go ahead and make your contribution in a minute. Thank you.
I don't have much to say about this cholera outbreak.
Okay.
The cholera outbreak caused by our people. They take challenge attitude towards it, and they don't care about food, about anything. So as our woman said the other time, you can see people getting water from gutter to wash the food. The other time I was traveling, I saw people getting water from gutter to wash their food. And people from the car I was, they are buying it. Some of them are eating it directly like that, without bothering to wash it. So that act is very bad. I pity them. I try to tell them that this thing they are doing can be harmful to their health. They didn't listen to me. See the result now. This is not government only. This is a collective effort to cure all this kind of thing. But some people, they are not ready to listen. They will say, as you said the other time, that something must kill a man. They don't bother. Particularly now, in this situation in Nigeria now, you can say everything is caused now. So people eat what they see. They don't care about they don't care about anything. They just get something, they eat it.
Exactly.
Which is very bad.
Without washing it.
We know Nigeria is hard, but we have to care for our health.
That's right. Thank you.
That's my own contribution, sir.
How is Ondo faring? How is Ondo faring? How is the situation there?
In Ondo, we don't have problem. We don't have problem of cholera outbreak now, but we don't pray to. We will not expect it here.
I say
the government here, they are very trying. They are trying.
I say amen to that. Thank you very much for your contribution. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Fine.
Now we'll have another caller here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV in Abuja. Please tell us where you're calling from, introduce yourself, and then fire on.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm Nikki Atta. I'm from Kogi State.
Okay, Nikki,
Please, I want
you called us last week, right?
She called. She's a regular caller.
Yes, thank you.
You're a regular caller, and I'm noting you. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Okay.
Please, I want to comment on the cholera outbreak occurring right now in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah, because there has been a resurgence recently, which is very, very worrisome. Even though it's been endemic, it's been periodic, but this time around the numbers are really high, and it's very distressing. May the souls of those departed rest in peace.
I see you mean to that.
For Nigeria, thank you. For Nigeria.
Okay, it's off. Maucauley,
No, she's worried that it's endemic. But I want to go back to what Elizabeth said. The last caller before Nikki, with emphasis, supported what Elizabeth said. People, he was driving, he saw people washing food items
from the gutter.
Why wouldn't they do that? Because there is no water. There's no provision for them.
That's right.
That is the only thing they believe, because they will just say, it's not my portion. And they will, scoop the water, take a gulp, and move on with life. So when...
Not even prayer can save you, because God has given you wisdom.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with prayer.
Exactly. But it's not their fault, because they will starve to death. They will be... If you don't want to drink water...
There's a caller here. Sorry, there's a caller here. Hello?
Hello.
This is Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV, Abuja. Please introduce yourself, where you are calling from, and fire on with your contribution.
Okay, this is a concerned citizen from Bayelsa State.
Bayelsa, concerned citizen. Okay, go ahead.
You see, the problem we have now is that we have relaxed on some things we used to do those days. You remember when sanitation officer used to inspect environment? And when we talk about government, our mind will go to the president and governors. Do you know the CDCs, community, whatever, chairman, and those their government, do you not? They are closer to the people. If they begin to take care, to give warning, inspect environment, and they begin to put fines, people will be very conscious of their hygienic environment. You see, but those things are relaxed. Have you not seen our marketplaces? Go to our marketplace and see how dirty it is. And people are selling things where people are buying and eating.
Killing ourselves.
Many people are ignorant of many things. Except you have teachers, people may not know. And there are things that must be enforced. But if no people enforcing those things, how would they know? So those sanitation inspection officers, where are they? Where are they? I remember in the 80s, 90s, when they said they are coming, everybody will be busy.
That's right.
Tidy up the environment, clean their compound, throw away this. But those things are no longer. So are we moving forward? Are we going backwards? Look at our environment. Litter with this here and there. Who cares? But you see our leaders blowing their siren with security men. Boom, boom, boom. Nobody. Even roads are not good. When they want to come, they paddle the roads. When they go, nothing. Even water, light that is not shining. If they are coming, they put light. When they go, the darkness will be everywhere. Where are we deceiving ourselves?
Thank you, concerned
God will
citizen.
help this country.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. I think before we go on, let's just take a little break and relax a little bit, and then we'll be back to continue. Matters Arising here, and the discussion continues after this short break. Don't go away.
When we say on KAFTAN TV, imagine a beautiful world, we're not just bragging. We know our onions in the world of broadcasting. One of our outlets to express ourselves to the world is our flagship program, Matters Arising. Join veteran broadcaster Reuben Okala and our crack team live.
And they give us a high price, and we just say, Nigeria, we ready?
As I said earlier, the lyrics is up, talking about the old new national.
On KAFTAN TV, Startimes channel 480 and 124, as well as NIGCOMSAT frequency 12518, symbol rate 29500, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. live. You can join the conversation by calling this phone number 0802-993-8365. It's dramatic and insightful. Don't miss it. Please join us.
You are still on to Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV, Abuja. Our phone line is still on 080-299-38365. 080-299-38365. Please call us and make your contribution. Nigeria in recent years has unfortunately been grappling with a myriad of security issues, such as insurgency in the northeast, banditry in the northwest, farmers-herder clashes in the north central, separatist agitations in the southeast, ritual killings and other criminal activities in the southwest, and a lot more. Kidnapping and abduction of persons for ransom has become a very lucrative criminal enterprise that has defied permanent solution. The question is, where do we go from here?
Very, very laudable question, Reuben, Okala. See, I must be honest with you. Kidnapping will not end in this country so long as we remain on this trajectory. Nobody kidnaps in the United States of America for ransom. Nobody kidnaps in the UK for ransom. Even in South Africa, nobody kidnaps for ransom. You know why? Because it's a cashless economy. So long as you can go to the bank and withdraw 100 million naira and the bank will give it to you, somebody is out there waiting to collect money to ransom.
Exactly.
A priest has just been released after paying 100 million naira ransom.
Wow.
We need to go cashless. When the bandits, they are Nigerians. We shouldn't deceive ourselves to be saying they are foreigners. They are not foreigners. Kidnappers are Nigerians. They are our brothers. We live in the same community with them. Make the country cashless. They will know that there is no cash in circulation. So when they kidnap you, they'll keep you there. They'll keep feeding you. They will release you. At the end, kidnapping will end. Other banditry activities, agitation may continue because of certain political disagreements and things like that, including agitations. But kidnapping for ransom, it is because money is available and they can get it. Exactly. That is why it will not end.
That's where the problem is.
Honestly, the kidnapping case in Nigeria has, I think in all that Nigeria has actually gone through so much over the years. And I think this kidnapping thing is the worst we've ever had as far as Nigeria is concerned. You know, because businesses are grounded. Farmers cannot go. We have food security because of this kidnapping.
In my village in Kogi State, people, they don't farm again.
That's the problem. It's not just in your village.
Fear.
In my village, in his village, everywhere, in every community. Most communities, except those that have lands, farmlands that are very close to where people live, to the house.
Elizabeth, can you take this call? Hello there. This is Matters Arising. Introduce yourself, where you are calling from, and make your contribution. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Reuben.
Thank you.
I'm calling from Kwara State. My name is Olanrewaju.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria is a fire lighted by the politician in the dry season. When you set the bush on fire, you cannot imagine where it will burn to.
Absolutely.
And you cannot imagine the extent of the damage it's going to cause.
Exactly.
So they have lighted the fire already, and they can no longer contain it. So all these deceptions by the politicians, the backlash and the impact of it is what we are seeing now. Gone are the days, the First Republic, the Second Republic were not as bad as this. The question is, are there no cash in circulation then? There was cash in circulation, nobody kidnapped anybody.
See what I mean?
So the politicians are the one responsible for the kidnapping because they are making a huge amount of returns from it, and they don't want it to stop. So there is a way they can stop it if there is a political will to do so.
Thank you.
They can stop it, but because they are gaining from it, they don't want it to stop. So this problem has to do with the government itself and the politicians sitting down and saying, come, let us ask ourselves, where did we get it wrong?
Thank you, Mr. Olarawaju. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There's another, okay. There is another caller. There's another caller before Elizabeth continues.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening. Matters are
Okay,
rising.
good evening. Yes, sir. It's me, Mickey, calling back.
Oh, Mickey. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for having me again.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to say I would like to appeal this time to the federal government to please be alive to their responsibilities.
Right.
Because this Nigerian approach of plastering over wounds is not helping matters, especially where human lives are being lost. Where there's a scratch, you can put a little plaster on, but then where there's a deep wound, you treat the wounds. So a situation whereby the government is asking people to come and report if they have any symptoms and this and that, but you know, these are good, but these are just plastering over. The main issue is hygiene. Wash, WASH, as the United Nations has told us, and Nigeria is a signatory.
Back to...
But go to any water board today, they are moribund. Go to Ministry of Water Resources, what are they doing? Cholera is caused by, you know, eating contaminated food with bad water.
All states.
Mickey, thank you very much for your contribution.
Some are functional.
Thank you very much.
Elizabeth, you said something on security that time.
Yes, just like the caller from
Olarawaju.
Mr. Olarawaju said, insecurity is a wildfire in Nigeria that can hardly...
That was set on fire some time ago, but now it's starting to consume.
Yes.
Okay, insecurity in the general sense, not kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yes. Now they can hardly contain it. And I think to a large extent, I will agree with him that it has become something like a kind of lucrative business for some people. Because if...
So many people are benefiting
yes,
from
people are benefiting. And if people were not benefiting from it till now, I don't think it will have still strived as much as it's doing right now. All right? But again, you are of the opinion that if the government can make cashless society
for kidnappings, not general insecurity, kidnapping. We're talking about kidnapping.
Okay, yeah, that's part of it. Kidnapping is part of the insecurity. But what would you have people that their loved ones have been kidnapped? What would you have them do?
They will end because they are kidnapping for money. When there's no money in circulation, they won't kidnap for money.
I understand where she's going. See, because if you are involved, that's the problem.
If you are involved and your loved one is out there, you have no idea where they have taken them to.
Even now with money in circulation, people are still being kidnapped, and our loved ones are there. But we don't even know the number that is not being reported.
Do you know that if
the numbers that they keep, the one we don't hear is
not than the one we hear.
My argument is that I'm taking a corollary with existing economies, like in America.
Yes.
You can never hear an American kidnap an American for money.
You know why?
He will not get the dollar. He will not get the money. So they need to stop.
You cannot become like America. You cannot become like America over time.
Matters are rising. KAFTAN TV Abuja, please introduce yourself, where you are calling from, and make your contribution quickly. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please make your contribution, please. Okay. Well, another caller is waiting. All right, please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from, and fire on with your contribution.
Hello?
Yeah, we are hearing you loud and clear.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead and make a contribution. Where are you calling from, and introduce yourself first.
I am calling from Benue State, particularly in Zakibiam.
Zakibiam, okay.
Zakibiam.
That's right.
Yes, sir. My name is Jacob Uwoku.
All right, Jacob, go ahead.
Sir, the insecurity problem in Nigeria is seriously, particularly here in our Benue State.
Okay.
We need the government to build up to the protection of life and property. We believe that the sole aim of the government is to protect its citizenry. And that is the serious thing we are having now. There is lack of protection of life and property, particularly here in our Benue State. Everything is actually right now. People are running health care because of guns. We always hear about header crash with FEMA. We don't know what is the root cause, and this is becoming a very issue. So we are begging the government, at least the federal government, that are affecting the citizens. So that is my contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. We have another caller here.
Let's keep taking them.
Okay. We have another caller here. Now, introduce yourself, where you are calling from, and fire on with your contribution. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Okay.
Okay, like I was saying, we have to take a look at this analysis contextually. Insecurity are in various forms. Like the Benue case, their case is not about kidnapping. It's attack on communities.
Yeah.
It's about taking over land. Yes, money don't exchange hands. It's herdsmen, alleged herdsmen attacking communities, or let me say marauders, coming in the night, attack them and disappear into thin air. The Boko Haram issue is not about collecting money from anybody. It's ideological.
But now,
it's ideological.
Yeah, but now they ravage the community.
Exactly.
And pack their
because they need food.
Okay.
The kidnapping, like the one that happens here, around here, kidnapping is for ransom. They kidnap you and contact your people to pay money.
Exactly.
It's because if you don't have the money, you want to stay alive. You want to stay alive. So they know that people will look for that money and give it to them.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with going cashless. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can do that within 1 year. Many countries have done it. Reuben, you have traveled. I've been to 29 countries while at NTA. I've never seen money the way we see it in Nigeria. Cash.
Yeah, that's the
you travel with your card.
Remember,
you spend your card to buy anything you want to buy.
Told us earlier that
he's talking about kidnapping. No, he's talking about
there was no money.
He's talking about insecurity generally. That's why I said we need to put it in context.
Let's take another caller here. Yeah, hello. This is Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV, Abuja. Okay, the line is off. Before Elizabeth says something, now there's one country. I'm not mentioning the country. This is how they stop kidnapping. When kidnapping takes place and they take them to the forest, the government will go to the forest and burn down the whole place. Both the kidnapped and the kidnappers will all perish. That is how they stop kidnapping in that country.
And it stopped.
And it stopped.
You know the problem here? We are driven by two things. Emotions and sentiments. Yes. We are driven by two things, emotions and sentiments. If you want to bomb kidnappers with the kidnappees in Niger State, I bet you there will be pushback from northern elites that you want to bomb, the military wants to bomb under President Tinubu, who is a Yoruba man, wants to bomb their people.
Yeah.
That's the problem Nigeria is
perhaps that country is even monolithic. That country may be monolithic. One religion, one tribe. But here we're multi-everything.
We ethnicize, politicize, tribalize everything. That is why we are still where we are
today. Honestly, let's take a caller. Hello, good evening, Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV, Abuja. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from and fire on with your contribution. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, please, can you reduce the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you properly?
Thank you.
It's gone up.
We lost him. Okay. Elizabeth was talking.
Yes. So that's it. You know how many soldiers we have lost due to these insecurity issues? Do you know? And also, have you noticed that at the same time, this there are more. Suddenly, there was a spring up of ritualists as a result of this kidnapping. The way and manner we hear about ritualists, people kidnapping people for rituals, is more now more than ever before.
Yeah.
That's
not for ransom.
Yes, another
exactly.
thing again.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
That's another
aspect of it. Yes.
Kidnapped, and then they take your parts to go and make money with it.
Exactly.
But meanwhile, maybe they will demand for money again. As you are paying. Well, there's a case I heard that they kidnapped the old woman, killed her, and they were still collecting ransom from the from the family. Let's take another call. Hello there, Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV Abuja. Can you make a contribution?
Hello, good evening. This is Pastor Akinde calling from Akure.
Okay, go ahead and make a contribution. Good evening.
The EU confronting our dear nation, it is very easy to tackle, but we have issues of leadership. Because when the security within our leadership are not secure, are they capable enough to secure the citizen governance?
All right.
So the problem we have, including the security agency, when we have been facing security for more than 10-15 years, yes, there's not any development. We have never sitting down in a day, both the National Assembly, the legislators, and the judiciary, and to whom it may concern, calling a conference meeting together. How are we going to tackle the problem that are facing every sector, every individual, every organization, every state, every quarter in Nigeria are facing the same challenges we have today?
That's right.
Well, we remain for the past 15 years. We remain in same. The situation is worsening every day by day without no government intervention, no other intellectual reason that we can bring together. The way to curb the EU is very easy. We are all having our NIN today. We all have our BVN, we all have our phone, everything are registered and documented. It means that the government of Nigeria are lying to us. There is no database in this country that brings the whole citizen together, that we are governed by that database.
I'm making a very valid point there. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much. So it starts to say that with NIN, with our database, we'll be able to track ourselves to know where the problem is coming from.
Track everything down.
Thank you very much for your contribution. God bless you.
Security experts have come on TV. They have said this thing for the umpteenth time.
Exactly.
You can use technology.
Please, this matter arising. Introduce yourself, where you are calling from, and then make your contribution quickly. Good evening.
Okay, I'm calling from Kaduna State.
Okay, please go ahead.
Issue of insecurity.
Yeah, it is.
Also telling the Spanish.
Okay.
About the security. So the military are trying. And then things are not working. Things the information are also around.
Okay.
And the fact that people are security. Sometimes they carry somebody, you will take the husband and kill the victim. And then you will not even see the cop to carry. Just like somebody has already said, the politicians have had in it. We give the percentage of what they receive from the kidnappers. So it will take time before it stops.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. God bless you. From Kaduna State. Okay.
You see,
I think we should take a little break. We'll be back to continue on this issue. Please don't go away. We'll be back shortly. Okay, let's start on this note with a caller. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from. Good evening. This is Matters Arising, KAFTAN TV.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please go ahead and make a contribution after introducing yourself.
concerning security taking place in Nigeria, the people are taking advantage of other through insecurity. So,
I can hear a dog barking at your back there. It's for a security, right? Are we saved? I can hear you now, but your dog is barking. But that is a good omen anyway. You're securing yourself with your dogs. Fine.
Yes, sir. You see, some people are taking advantage of other through insecurity. They use insecurity, they also banditry. They use insecurity to grab power. Especially what happened 2014, Goodluck Jonathan regime. Northerners use insecurity to grab power from Goodluck Jonathan by sponsoring Boko Haram. That Goodluck was incapable to handle this country, which was a lie. And then again, the politicians are using insecurity to deal with their opponents.
Okay.
And then secondly, religious differences. So are using one religion may sponsor insecurity, may use insecurity to deal with other religious opponents. So insecurity will never end in this country.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution.
There are those that use it as advantage. Like
yes.
not this zone. Through sponsoring insecurity like banditry and all that, they now have
you very much.
Northeast Commission.
Thank you for your contribution. God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay.
And now I see what is happening in the southeast.
Yeah, it's okay.
The indigenous people of Biafra are fighting for Southeast Commission.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Likewise, South. So it's a Nigerian policy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your views. Thank you very much.
So, never ever afraid to go because they are having an advantage over it.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Unless that is tough, the government should stop people to go to government. Not to them very well because they are the one on top. Those on top, they don't quote anything.
Thank you very much. Another caller here. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you are calling from. Then fire on. We have 30 seconds to make your contribution.
Thank you very much. I just called back from Kwara State.
Oh, okay. Kwara. Olarewaju.
Yes, that's Mr. Olarewaju. Thank you.
Please, you have 30 seconds this time. Thank you very much because our time is almost up.
Yeah, please, I just want to chip in one thing.
Okay.
With my brother that is saying that if the country go cashless, it will mitigate kidnapping. It's not going to work. The reason is this: the politician will call the bank manager, use your bullion fund, carry money, come my house. It's only the populace, the poor.
Okay, the line is off.
It won't be the politician that will suffer. It's still the same Nigerian that will suffer.
Mr. Olarewaju, thank you very much for your contribution. This is the second time you are calling now. I'm really grateful for your contribution. Thank you.
Is this okay? My point exactly. That's what I was trying to say. That it is the poor people that will suffer it. It's not going to be automatic. Right? You are saying the right thing. That's the appropriate. That's what to do. All right. That's what I'll do, but it can't just work.
I didn't say tomorrow. I didn't say day after tomorrow.
It's going to take a while, and that's even when they are striving towards that direction. But right now, I don't see them striving towards that. Okay, what's going on actually? I'm sensing, is it that the military are supposed to have intelligence? What's happening to their intelligence? All right.
There's intelligence failure.
Exactly. There's failure in intelligence here. That's what I sense. A while ago, if we can let me boost our memory. A couple of there was a list that came out about sponsors of insecurity. All right, this kidnapping and all that. All right. Terrorism. The list came out of sponsors of terrorism, and then the Buhari administration. They said they were not interested in shaming anybody. Why will a government not shame the people that are contributing, that are sponsors, that
claiming that they know them?
When lives have been lost, livelihood has been lost, then people have lost. I mean, businesses, nothing is thriving, nothing is working. Why would you not? Shaming them is the least thing they would have done.
That's right.
If I'm not just shaming, they would have arrested them and persecuted them, not just to shame them. But nothing was done.
That's right.
On cholera.
Parting shot.
Yes,
Parting shot from you, Maucauley.
On the cholera that is ravaging, that has ravaged 30 states, I think I want to call on government to declare a state of emergency. On this,
in the country as a whole.
Yes, on kidnapping, because we are talking about kidnapping, not insecurity generally. I think the president should reshuffle his cabinet, and the first casualties should be the Minister of Defense, Badaru, and his Minister of State counterpart, Maucauley. I think he should sack them.
What about Minister of Health? Because from January to now, 30 states have been engulfed.
Exactly, states should take control of their states.
Exactly.
Well,
parting shot from Elizabeth.
Yeah, since, well, my own is for families, so please, for now, don't buy anything outside. Corn, mango, whatever it is. If you must.
They should find
I'm
their
not
own.
trying to spoil anybody's business.
They should find their own.
No. If you must buy, take it home and wash it properly. Not like the guy that called and said they were traveling and they were washing from the gutter and they were eating it right away.
Oh my God.
And please take care of your children. When your children go to school or go out there to play, when they come back, give them a good bath. All right, wash their hands, ensure that their hands are washed, their clothes are washed, their environment, keep your environment clean, and prevent if the government fails you, are you going to fail yourself?
What about out of school children?
All of them. When I say children, whether out of school, whether in school, I mean children, they go out there to play and come back.
She's elitist. She talks about school.
Exactly. We are village people.
Whether village or whether in the rural or in the urban area, this is lavishing everybody. This one has no respect for urban or rural.
All right.
Or rich or poor.
All right. And as they say, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Right.
Let's be clean so that God can help us.
Yes.
Viewers,
let's wash our hands, wash our hands.
We had a great time on this episode of Matters Arising. We hope you did too. This is the size of our package tonight. We thank our viewers and our callers for their various contributions. My name is Reuben Okala, and I'm saying bye for now.
My name is Maucauley Hunohashi, and thanks for being there with us. We don't take you for granted. Bye for now.
And my name is Elizabeth Sam-Sedi. Good night.
And as we say on KAFTAN TV,
imagine a beautiful world.
Good night.
Good night.